What are y'all watching? What you watching, Ev?
I'm watching Dave.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a great show. Did you just start it?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm now caught up. But yes, I did just start it like a week ago. But I'm basically all the way through it.
Yeah.
But I like how it's like it's like an invert of Atlanta. And,
okay.
And honestly, both side, I definitely know people that are, I don't know.
Neurotic.
That neurotic and yeah, exactly. That they're kind of megalomaniac, like to think that they should, like a lot of, I mean, I don't know.
No, I love Dave.
I don't
That's a great show.
I don't want to speak on anybody in particular. You know what I mean? I've come across a handful of people that just have, kind of there's almost like a comedy about how like they have their blinders on or how they're, it's just like, I don't know. That whole thing was great. Like, I think it's really funny. I don't know.
I definitely agree. Dave is a great show.
It's hilarious. It's like just enough. It's like just self-aware enough and.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. And he's like just good enough at rapping that it's just
like,
extremely interesting. You're just
like whenever he actually turns on, it's like, oh
this.
shit. Like at first, like this guy just a fucking
like the jail
total
song.
Bullshit. Like some rich
jail song.
Yeah, it's like that shit was wild. I'm watching. It's like what the.
I'm with the blacks.
Yeah, that was. It starts. Yeah, and then it ends. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Yeah. Because he's like, is it really true? The thing about rape in jail?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. He's like, for real? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that thing was. I don't know. I think it's really good. It's like It's a little raunchy but like
very raunchy. There's a whole episode about milking porn.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about milking porn, but
well,
it's
I'm not
prominently
here to,
featured.
I'm not here to fetish shame, but
that's true. I shouldn't yuck anybody's yum. You know what I'm saying?
No, do you milk all you
milk all
as
you
long
what?
as you talk, you know. I'm not even sure. I support non-consensual cow milking.
Milking porn is when you. Milking porn is when you like lay down on something of a massage table, but instead of there being like just a hole where your face goes, there's a hole where your dick is. You can put your dick through the hole, and somebody comes underneath.
Oh, is that what milking porn is?
I was thinking
you
get a hand
jerks
job.
you off.
I was too. I got my first massage this.
There's also like milking with like lactating.
There was more like I didn't know what was going on. It's like they would have your face down and like crazy shit would be going on. I don't know what like it was.
But that's called lactation porn, I think. But yeah. Dave is a great show. I love Dave. Everybody should go watch Dave. It's on FX.
But yeah.
Dave FX has a lot of good shows though.
Yeah.
Do you watch
Hulu,
What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
You need to.
So does Hulu have all the FX stuff? I wonder if FX.
Yeah, FX is on Hulu.
Kind of a close.
It is, man. This should be a close series.
We're at the end of the first quarter, 18, 16.
With a minute and a half left. But what you watching, J.Carr?
Shoot, what I'm watching is... What am I watching? I ain't really been watching anything. I've been playing stuff like video games.
Mm-hmm.
What you playing?
Kakarot still.
Kakarot.
Yeah.
You know I've not played this game yet, right?
So what's the premise?
Kakarot is like it's like the Grand Theft Auto version of a Dragon Ball Z game, like that type of mode where you just fly.
So
go to stuff.
A free world.
It's a free world. You can go eat. You
Dragon
can go
Ball
fish.
City.
Yeah, it's
you can
like
go find stuff. Like look for Dragon Balls, look for items, fight different enemies, and you basically go through the story of the show.
And you train, like you got to do everything separately. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like I don't know if one of my favorite games. I don't know if you ever played Pokemon on Game Boy.
Nah, I've like a little bit.
It's like you got to level up like that. You got to train and level up like.
It's an RPG.
It's like I was playing more like the old Final Fantasy, but I am
like you. I like the Final Fantasy.
I like Final Fantasy too.
I kind of wish.
But I haven't played Kakarot. I like RPGs though. What are you saying?
Oh yeah. No, just I don't know. I mean, when I was on Game Boy, I was playing Final Fantasy set. Like I'd been doing more of that stuff, but I kind of missed the whole Pokemon wave, I guess. It was like the generation right after me.
Tight. I ain't even know
yeah.
and I didn't like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad I missed them. or like maybe I'll get whatever.
I mean, it's not too late. They're
they're still
good.
putting them out on Switch and stuff. Right?
They're still the same game. They're still just as good.
Did you ever play with the cards?
So even the
I didn't. I wasn't into the show or the cards. Like the cards,
So
I
you would-
tried to get into them, but I kept buying packs with duplicates. I was like, fuck this.
Oh yeah.
And I was never really a card collector, so like I didn't get the appeal of collecting the cards. And I didn't watch the show, so I was like, what the fuck am I doing this for? I watched that show and I was like, this is a commercial. This whole show is a commercial. At the end of it, they're like, gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all. How do you catch them? By buying the cards and the merchandise. Buy them all. I was like, this is a fucking commercial. I didn't appreciate being lied to, so I stopped watching.
Being lied to.
Yeah, it felt like a
I
lie to
said,
me. It
Daddy-
felt like I was being tricked. So, like, I watched Digimon to be extra, like,
Oh man, you're
arch.
trash.
whatever, bro.
You watch
Digimon is the
Digimon, bro?
superior show.
No, it's not, bro. Stop it. Everybody knows Pokemon was better than Digimon.
I
Stop.
watched Digimon for sure.
Even
Let us know
even
in
a
the
theme song was whack.
comments.
Yeah, Pokemon
Here,
or
I need a
Digimon.
poll here. I don't know. I have no dog in this horse race, but we gotta. I need to know.
How far are you on Kakarot, though? What level are you?
I basically beat the game. It's just I'm gonna pull a DDot real quick and get on Dragon Ball Z ass for what they did because there's like you could buy the season pass right for like the extra
Yeah.
the extra stuff. So I bought 2 extra things, and the last one I'm thinking I'm finna get like Goku Ultra Instinct and like cause I'm like a nerd, bro. I got everybody to their highest level. And I'm just getting ready for the last DLC to come out, and it ends up being some Trunks time machine shit, bro. Like, I really wanted to play as Trunks. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to play as Vegeta and Goku, like always.
Yeah.
I wanted to play as the strongest ones. And I thought they were going to get new moves,
People
new
like
transformations. Trunks is cool, but
How
not
far
for
does
the
it
last
go?
DLC pack. You
How
know,
far
when
does
I'm
it
expecting
go?
something
Is it just
else.
Z or is it like Super?
It goes
also?
from Z to Super.
Okay.
That's why I'm thinking, oh, I'm finna get Ultra Instinct. Oh, I'm finna
Well, then,
get this.
yeah, it has to have Trunks in it because there's a whole story arc with future Trunks, man.
Fuck
Black
you
Goku
talking
and
about,
shit.
bro? You not supposed to be on their side, dog. Every episode he talks shit about Dragon Ball Z. Now he's talking about I understand where they coming from. Man,
I mean,
get
I
out
do.
of here.
I'm just
Get
saying.
out. No, fuck that, bro.
Is D a contrarian?
Get out of here, bro.
Dude,
Please.
contrarian.
D the contrarian is silent.
Man.
Get out of here, bro. I'm on their ass for that, man.
Shit. What you watching, Jake?
Actually, funny enough, I just finished Dave, too. And it was funny that Benny Blanco's in it. I didn't know he was an actual producer, but like
He's
I
in
thought-
quite a bit of it, too.
Yeah, and it's funny that like I looked him up and he's like the exact same person that like, he's in the show.
Which character is who?
The guy
He
that
plays
is
himself.
like, oh, man, we kind of look alike. The really, yeah, that guy.
He's like, yeah, like, but dude, I also watched the craziest fucking movie that Liam Neeson is in. That's on Netflix. That is on the whole movie is like a superhero movie for truckers, and it's one ad for like a Kenworth semi truck.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and it's about like it's a really it's a long ass fucking movie, but like a mine collapses, and Liam Neeson's like a semi truck driver, and he has to drive. It's called Ice Road, and he has to drive across this ice road. And he's a semi truck driver, and there's like 3 of them, and like in the first 30 minutes they all crash the trucks, and like they're trying to, and this is this huge fucking crazy movie, and they say Kenworth like 60 times.
Huh.
But I don't know if I want to spoil it or not. 'Cause you probably wouldn't
I'm
wanna
never
watch the movie.
watching
You
this.
can't-
You
can't-
thought
okay.
Pokemon was
Hey,
lying
Spoiler
to you.
alert,
You
spoiler
can't-
alert,
okay,
spoiler
you can't
alert
spoil
for
America.
Ice Road.
Dude, this is the fucking craziest movie. So like, it's Liam Neeson, and he has his brother who's like a Vietnam vet, but he's mentally disabled now, so he's like a little slow, and like
Okay.
that's the start of the movie, and they need like a whole bunch of money so they can like get their lives together. So they go on this semi truck like mission to like save these miners to get these like drill heads or something to the site so they can fix it. So there's 3 people, and then a white like insurance guy, like he looks like he's got like glasses or something, And like right at the beginning, he says something a little racist towards one of the semi truck drivers, who's like a native like Canadian, and she's like, she's one of the drivers, and he's like, "Oh, what does your name mean?" And like you kind of hear it at the beginning, but then they go on the thing, and like he ends up like out of the blue just being like this super racist dude who's like a spy for another corporation who's trying to stop it. But yeah, okay, yeah. So like the end of the movie, they all die except Liam Neeson, and like his brother who like
As it should
sacrificed
be.
himself.
What?
His brother who sacrificed himself. The lady's like, "Oh, we found one last thing in your brother's pocket. You want to keep this?" And it's like no shits. It's a fucking brochure for a Kenworth semi truck.
Wow.
So at the end of the movie, he buys one, but they say it like 60 fucking times. It's the craziest.
So on what the budget is, I want to know like how much they paid Liam Neeson specifically, and then
Oh,
like,
it looks horrible.
is
Horribly
it just
shot.
so?
Have you noticed
So,
that
okay,
Liam
so-
Neeson
so-
has been making Taken since Taken came out?
Dude, right? Like every movie he's in is
There's
just
more
like
Takens and Tekkens now. I couldn't stop it.
That's
Shoot,
fine.
there's not more Takens than Fast and the Furious though.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of Fast and the Furious, bro.
Oh, no.
I was watching Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt. Yeah, actually pretty good.
I heard.
We're just
I
being,
heard it
you
was
know,
pretty good. I was looking
an
at the
action
trailer, like I still don't understand what this movie's about. Clarissa was like, "Yeah, watch that, bro. That shit is tight." I
So
was like, "For real?"
basically, it's like they're chilling watching a football in the middle of some football game or soccer game or whatever.
Don't spoil it. It
This
just
is
came
this,
out.
This is the
Okay.
very beginning. Okay, well I don't know. I mean, maybe it's kind of a spoil. I don't know.
Give the premise.
Okay,
but
so,
don't spoil.
so basically, somebody comes from the future that lets people know that there's going to be a war in the future that we are going to lose, and we need to prepare now for this war in like 30 years or 20 years or something.
Oh, is that the movie with Ryan something?
No,
it was Chris-
Pratt.
Yeah,
Dude
but
was Star Lord.
so they were
Why
essentially
am I getting
like
them mixed up with each other, bro?
I mean, they play similar roles.
Ryan Reynolds.
it just
he is
plays,
not Chris Pratt.
What's confusing about the trailer is it doesn't.
What the
It just
hell?
uses like mechanisms of like time travel. So they basically got that far to be able to. What's going on here?
Giannis out here playing big man shit. He just got a charge though. Go on.
Devin Booker gonna get a.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying it was in terms of that kind of big action, time travel. It had like kind of vibes like that one Tom Cruise like. What was that one where like the day kept repeating over and over again? It's like it felt
Groundhog
like
Day,
no Tom with Tom Cruise where like it was
Vanilla Sky.
no. It
Was
was
that Vanilla Sky?
no. Vanilla Sky was like a world in his head, like a computer world that basically
Gotcha.
when he, what I'm talking about. But anyway, this like felt like kind of a video game. It reminded me of Gears of War, where like they have this like beast that comes out of nowhere, and like it's a very like it kind of like them having to deal with like an impossible enemy and how to kind of figure it out. But using like
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow is the Tom Cruise movie. It's actually not bad, but it's a deal where like there's time travel where like every time he dies it resets. So it's just like a weird. It kind of works like a really hard video game where he has to like get through this insane day to get to a point where he can somehow like end, like there's about to be like an alien apocalypse. But they find it like, but like it's like they lose it. They lose every day. You know, like when he's.
Got you. I feel you. That does sound cool. I'm down to watch it.
I'm into like these like action time travel side. It's like give me like just enough of like the Michael Bay action and give me about 30% of some time travel bullshit and we're good.
Okay.
Anyway, that's what.
All right.
So
I still haven't finished Tenet. It takes a lot for me to get into time travel.
yeah.
But from what it sounds like this is more of a sci-fi war movie than it is a time travel movie.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's just like a parallel that's sending people to the future because they created like a link,
I
basically.
guess it is kind of time travel, but
I mean, yeah, it's definitely
but it's
time
like, yeah, no,
travel.
it's like
Well, it's like a parallel link within two, like a wormhole that kind of goes within like a continuum of as time
Yeah.
progresses here, it progresses there. So they're like getting more desperate.
it's a crazy movie. I want to watch it a second time because I didn't understand anything that happened.
Okay.
I kind of got
I
the
will
gist,
do
but
it.
like there's just so many questions I had.
Oh, give it a try. I recently, for the first time, watched A Quiet Place 2.
Was that good?
Great.
Okay,
It was
I like
great.
it.
So, like, I am not into horror movies at all. My wife is a huge horror movie person. And I don't really understand it. I'm just like, why the fuck would I choose to be uncomfortable for hours?
I get why you
that
like
sounds
this
terrible.
one though, specifically.
This one specifically was very, very cool. Like I watched the first one, I was like, "Oh, this is a really cool premise. This is one of the most interesting things ever." And so, like, the second one came out, couldn't go because of the Ronies, but watched it recently, and I was blown away by how it didn't drop off from the first one. If you like the first one, you're gonna love the second one. It's just as good. And it continues the story. I won't give too much away, but
I think just by the building, they kind of give away that certain characters survive. Maybe.
well, I don't know who's seen the first one, but one of the main characters died in the first one, and they're only in the beginning of the second one in a flashback. Everything after that is what has taken place after the first movie, after they know what they know about how to deal with the threat that they are dealing with. A Quiet Place 2 is a really good movie, and if you like the first one, you're going to love the second one. I've also watched, and this is not a good movie, but it's like fun. It's a fun movie. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Is that good?
It's not good.
I mean, you actually enjoyed it?
It's fun.
Okay, so you give it a 5 out of 10, but your enjoyment level was how many D dots? Now keep in mind that every other one's silent.
I'll give it 5 silent, but 5 that you say.
In terms of enjoyment?
In terms of enjoyment.
Yeah, okay.
I enjoyed it quite a bit just for like the sheer ridiculousness. There's literally an axe that is also a gun. Someone
That's like
catches
some
the axe
that's
and
like
they get
some
shot in the
Fallout
face.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some fucking like
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's like some rigged ass shit.
very, 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 very stupid ass movie. That was very fun. I had a blast watching it, and of course, more Rick and Morty. And anybody who
I
has
just
not
picked that
seen,
up on Hulu, or no, sorry, that's on HBO Max, right?
yeah, it's on there. Anybody who has not seen What We Do in the Shadows and used to watch that shit, that shit is funny. That is one of the funniest shows on television currently. Taika Waititi does it. He's the guy that made The Wilder People and Thor Ragnarok. He's just a really funny motherfucker.
Is that Loki? Did you watch Loki thing yet?
I have
I
not
haven't-
watched
I haven't
Loki
seen
yet.
it, but-
I have not watched Loki
I
yet.
heard it was good though.
You think? Yeah.
That's what somebody
I've
told
heard
me.
good
They
I mean,
didn't-
he's always been solid at that, being.
Taika Waititi's a very clever guy who makes good shit. So like, it's worth a watch. You need to watch What We Do in the Shadows. It's about vampires who have been alive for centuries. They're roommates living in Staten Island. And it's a comedy that is made similarly to a mockumentary. So think Reno
Can
911.
you imagine the rent control?
Think Reno 911 with vampires
Like paying like $12
and
a month.
like the jokes are constant. One of the jokes, they don't know what the Super Bowl is, and their neighbor invited them over to watch the Super Bowl. So, and it was like written down. So they're like, "What is a superb owl?" The superb owl. So sitting the whole time that the game is on, looking for an owl. It's funnier if you're watching it. Superb owl. It's funny. Fuck y'all.
No, I get it.
This is just like Red Velvet all
Yeah,
over
it's
again.
It is.
It's okay.
It's just like Red Velvet.
God damn. All
It's a
right.
good movie though. I think it's the show. The show's just like based off the movie or a continuation of the movie.
All right, so y'all want to take a break? Y'all want to get into some current events?
Take a break.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll listen to a couple of songs and then we'll proceed.
As we proceed to give you what you need.
I gotta show you this Vince Staples song. Hit me with the aux.